Over 50 million being managed at 25 years old, surpassed now $400 million at Revere Asset Management.
We always say it's impossible to predict the future, and anyone who says they can predict the future is just full of crap. If there was a way to quote unquote predict the future, it'd be studying stocks.
Introducing Ted Zhang. In this episode of Chart Fanatics, Ted runs us through the exact framework that he uses to manage over $50 million.
His price cycle is called stage analysis. We will find out why it's timeless. You'll see this repeat in all the asset classes. We can go through each individual stage at a time.
Through this concept, you will be able to identify any of the 4 stages of the market. This is exactly how you can create high reward to risk profiles within the market.
So this is stage 1. A key tell for me is when the MAs, the moving averages, start slicing through price and price oscillates up and down. Stage 2. And this is the uptrend. This is like early stage 3. How you kind of tells a stock is topping is when you've had a big move and the rate of change of the stock kind of goes sideways. This is stage 4, which is the downtrending phase. This is why it's so important that
you will be able to identify the exact theme and where you need to be positioned within the market.
you want to forget the first eighth of a move and the last eighth. And they're often 2 most expensive eighths of the move. So forget about this first eighth, forget about this last eighth, just catch that 6 eighths in the middle.
Stop guessing and start learning from true professionals like Ted.
In any strategy and system, you want it to be based off timeless principles. And in the universe, one phenomenon that comes up time and time again is the concept of.
Welcome everyone back to Chart Fanatics, the go-to channel for all of the very best strategy and concept breakdowns in the world with the very best traders in the world as well. Talking of which, today we have someone who we just hosted recently on Words of Wisdom. The famous, I would say now at this stage, but absolutely incredible. No, the impact was real. The feedback was incredible as well. Over 50 million being managed at 25 years old, surpassed now $400 million at Revere Asset Management. You already know who it is now. It's the one and only Ted Zhang.
Thank you, Riz, for having me on. It was a great opportunity to come on to your other podcast, and I'm excited to be here to talk about some topics about the markets and trading.
It's not just topics though. We've got like the cycle of all markets.
Yeah,
is that what we're going to go over today?
Oh yeah,
and I'm super excited. And I know that you've got a ton of real life examples.
We got a lot of examples. We'll give them some quizzes as well.
Perfect.
Give the viewers some time to think through after we showcase the examples. Think through like the different parts of what I'm about to teach. So
I love that. So where do we begin?
Yeah. So jumping right into it, I kind of want to start off, higher perspective. In a trading strategy, or really in any strategy and system, you want it to be based off timeless principles. And in the universe, one phenomenon that comes up time and time again is the concept of cycles, cyclicality. You see it. Maybe I can draw it here. We'll just say cycles. Oh, sorry. You think about, from life, the cell cycle. I was a bio major, like I shared.
You still got it, yeah.
I was a bio major. You have the cell cycle, cell division, it goes through, and then eventually cells die. And our bodies have processes of destroying cells and then creating new cells. You think about just in the business world, you have the business cycle, you have boom and bust in the business cycle, you have the credit cycle with the Fed jacking up interest rates, pulling it back down, the loosening and tightening of monetary policy. You have the water cycle. And then in the markets, you have the economic cycle, and then we're going to talk about the price cycle today. And I learned this concept from Stan Weinstein. He has a book called Secrets in Profiting in Bull and Bear Markets. At my time at Traderline, which we talked about in the first podcast, I did an internship with Traderline, and Stan Weinstein's working with them, creating like a course on stage analysis. I was able to help build some of that and learn a lot from himself too. So his price cycle is called stage analysis. And we will find out why it's timeless. You'll see this repeat in equities, commodities, fixed income, crypto, all the asset classes.
Currencies as well, right?
Yeah, currencies as well. In real estate, eventually, they tokenize it. And
we'll just
trades on the blockchain. So starting high level perspective there. And now let's introduce stage analysis and the 4 stages. Say stage analysis at the top. And then, so pretty much what stage analysis, I want to go through the downtrending part first, because to me, it's easier to showcase the whole cycle, starting with the downtrends.
Yeah.